guys. We'll be hearing from all 5 over the course of tonight and tomorrow. The first is Ellie Edkins with her Dreamscape Garden.
My name's Ellie, I'm from Bath and I'm 28. So the name of the garden is the Dreamscape Garden, and the idea behind the garden is to create a dreamlike space with surreal elements that has a meditative and kind of tranquil atmosphere to it. This wall behind me is just meant to be really naturalistic. It's meant to evoke West Country vernacular. I'm really pleased with the colours, they're quite varied. The sort of more dreamlike elements of the hard landscaping, being the pink sculptural forms, are just figures of my imagination. The key feature of the garden is this pink wall at the back with the circle cut out, which forms a little perch, but it gives you a great view over the garden once you're up there. Looking over the water feature here in the centre, which is just quite a simple water bowl, filled just to the brim, using some black water dye to give that mirrored effect. So the wall is rendered with a specialist lime plaster. It has a pink pigment in it, it's a waterproof finish, originates from Morocco. This is what the lime plaster will look like. It's a really lovely specialist plastering technique. This still needs a couple more coats and then a sealant. Tom's just going to adjust the plastic because we're having a bit of an issue with the rain and the amount of water which I think might be getting through onto the plaster finish. So it's quite important that it stays dry until our wonderful specialist plasterer comes back to seal it properly. Really exciting when the plants arrived. These are the key elements of the garden, really, the most important thing. There's lots of airy and sort of flowing textural plants. So I think overall it should be an interesting group of plants to see together and hopefully achieve that dreamlike feel. So here we've got Ami Green Mist. I've chosen this because it's going to, hopefully if it comes into flower, this will create like a beautiful, almost cloud-like, white, sort of bubbling look, which will be gorgeous. This is Echinacea purpurea magnus. So they're coming into bud now. So hopefully just in time for the show, these should be an amazing poppy pink. Being selected as a finalist of the Young Designer of the Year competition has been really overwhelming because I'm so new to this, so it was a shock to be selected, but it was a real confidence boost. I've learnt so much. I think it will just be amazing to have people finally being able to engage with a space that's been in my head for so long.
I just love the idea of a garden being created from a dream, and that dream has to come out somewhere and physically be created like it has been. And I've had dreams, just as I'm falling asleep, you know, of gardens that are going through my mind that I'm designing, and then you wake up and you've had some inspiration. Immediately you have a choice of which way you're going to go, which sort of slightly discombobulates you. Have you gone the right way or the wrong way, just as in a dream? And these plants are sort of very ephemeral, and they're all working together along with the narrative. And one key plant for me, and it can be overused, but I think it's absolutely spot on here, is this Nacella tenuissima, this soft grass that is just creating that movement, which again goes along with the theme really nicely, and the soft colour palette and this meandering path as you move through. And it brings you around to this bench, and the lovely dappled shade coming from these multi-stem birches, which add plenty of volume to the design as a whole. And here you're looking right into the reflection of this pool here, and it feels as if you could just dive right into it and end up in another world. The hole that's been cut out of the wall works really well. And I know that Ellie was worried about the finish of the wall, but that pink in the sunlight just now looks spot on to me. And there's plenty of shadows in this garden that are really interesting, like that half moon cut shadow of the circle, and then the lovely soft shadows of the grasses and dapple shade of these trees beneath. And it feels as if the hole has been just cut out of that wall and placed over in the border there. It's like, oh, there's something a bit weird going on, as if you are in a dreamscape. So I just feel that Ellie's really gone with that narrative, created a fantastic garden. If I'm nitpicking, okay, let's nitpick a little bit. I would like to have seen a little bit more height in the planting here that you're looking through. I feel that that bench is a little bit too high to actually sit on. And just one last thing would be, it would be nice to see some more plants self-seeded into this gravel as if it's been here for a while. But hey, it wasn't my dream in the first place, right? It was Ellie's dream. And we'll find out tomorrow night if it impressed the judges.
Thanks, Joe.